there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Heck yeah, it's a cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that, a lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just kidding. That's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome.
You see, that was the comedian that spoke at the whole Trump rally at MSG. And it's a tricky scenario because when you're being comedic, when you are literally a professional comedian, you almost want to give the impression that anything goes, equal opportunity offenders, all of that other stuff. But we all know these are different times. And we all know that the election is a different matter. And when you see that, there's nothing to deduce from that other than to say it's utter bullshit. Why would you do something like that? And ultimately, Trump is responsible because it's your rally. And you want to make sure that you denounce such things, which he did not do. As of the time that we're taping this show, he did not do that. Okay? And so as a result of that, it's one of those situations that you look at and you say, clearly, you just don't give a damn about how anybody else feels. You're going to do what you want to do. You offend Puerto Ricans, so be it. You offend black folks with the watermelon comments, so be it. You offend anybody else, so be it. And Nikki Haley, former Republican GOP presidential candidate, spoke out against the Trump campaign saying, you don't do stuff like that. It's counterproductive. So some people do get it. It's just unnecessary. Yes, it was the comedian. No, it was not Donald Trump, but it was your rally, Donald Trump. Why would you allow that to happen? Because that's where the fear comes into play when we think about his presidency in the eyes of some independents and clearly folks on the left. It's that you don't give a shit. So if you don't care about things along those lines as a candidate, what are you really going to care about once you're back in power? And then the divisiveness comes into play because you have people who are highly supportive of you, and then you have them going up against people who are staunch critics, but also very, very fearful of what your behavior would lead to and who will be damaged by it. And that is the America that we're looking at if indeed Donald Trump gets back into the White House. It's just that simple. It's your choice. 6 days from now, it's your choice. The choices aren't as simple as that, but that's a part of it. Why do unnecessary stuff? Why? Let me get back to sports. We're going to start in college basketball because if you don't know the name Cooper Flagg, trust me when I tell you this, you will very soon. He's a 17-year-old freshman phenom who will play for Duke this upcoming season, and he's expected to be the first pick in the NBA draft this coming June. Ain't play a college game yet. And this coming June, he's already projected to be the #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. That's kind of LeBron James kind of territory when he was coming out in 2003. You know what I'm saying? He also became the first men's college basketball player to sign as a Gatorade pitchman. He joins Paige Beckers and Juju Watkins as the other college basketball stars attached to the brand. Remember, Paige Beckers is at UConn. Juju Watkins is at USC. They're both phenomenal female players in the sport of basketball, and you've got this kid right here. Listen, we live in a different age. It's the age of the transfer portal, NIL, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to say it one more time for y'all. The way NCAA has exploited and taken advantage of the student athlete, I am all for the student athlete getting as much as they can whenever they can. This dude, Cooper Flagg, ain't played a game yet, but the brother is so nice from everything that I've been hearing. We're expecting to see spectacular things from this brother at Duke this upcoming season. Can't wait. And because of those projections, the fact that Gatorade has already bought in, Lord knows who else will buy in, the bottom line is his talents warrant it because you're projecting what he will be based off of what you've already seen. It's called the resume. That brother has one, and I can't wait to see him ball. Let's get to the NBA because I want to give early season props to the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. In Los Angeles, my buddy, the one and only J.J. Redick, head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, has gotten them off to a 3-1 start with Anthony Davis averaging 32 and 12 a game. As for the Warriors, they're also 3-1 and found a way to beat the Pelicans last night without Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins. I like what I'm seeing from the Warriors in terms of they've got a bevy of the young dudes that they can throw out there that basically offsets the need for a Steph Curry in terms of him playing an abundance of minutes. Instead of playing 35, 37 minutes a night, you might only need him for 30. Half the time, because these young thoroughbreds are getting out on the court, giving you a lead, helping you win games, keeping you in the mix, whatever the case may be. I think that's very important for him and Draymond. So as the playoffs approach, their bodies are as fresh as they possibly can be, and those young thoroughbreds are riding them to that level. I like what I'm seeing from Golden State. In the case of Anthony Davis, he looks all world. And J.J. Redick is paying attention to detail, holding cats accountable, getting in guys' faces, letting them know what he needs. He's detailed-oriented. He's a basketball savant, very, very smart as a basketball mind. I can attest to that. And if he zeroes in on that and it elevates the play of D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, look out for the Lakers. Look out for the Lakers. Staying in the NBA, we'll go to Miami, where Dwyane Wade became the first Miami Heat player to have a statue outside the team's arena. Miami unveiled the statue earlier this week, about 8 months after team president Pat Riley announced plans for the tribute. The statue eventually went viral on social media as fans questioned its likeness to Dwyane Wade himself. Look, you can't see me. If you look to the right of that screen there, I'm there. I was in attendance for the unveiling. I was invited by the Wade family and what have you. I've known the brother for years. I got a lot of love for him. He's one of the best human beings I've ever covered. I said human beings. We know what he was as a basketball player. He's really, really a great dude. And I'm so happy for him and proud of him to have that statue. And I love the fact that it wasn't at some practice facility. It's right at the arena. You're walking by it all the time when you're going to Miami Heat games. I love all of that. But I heard the criticism from Charles Barkley. I've heard the criticism from others about how it needs to be altered or they need to take it down or whatever the case may be because it doesn't look much like him. I didn't mind the pose myself because that's D. Wade winning the game and talking about jumping on the scorer's table. This is my house. This is my house. That was him. But I do think that the face had him looking very, very old. I do think that the person that did the statue could have done a much, much better job of depicting how Dwyane Wade looks. Nevertheless, having said all of that, let that not take away from what the moment is really, really supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about the greatest player in the history of the franchise, who's a 3-time champion, who is responsible for recruiting LeBron James to come there when they went to 4 straight NBA Finals. No one has done more for the Miami Heat organization than Dwyane Wade himself. And so he definitely deserved the statue. They might just need to go back up in there and alter the face to make it look considerably younger. That's all. That's my take on it. Most people don't think it looks like him at all. That's your business. I just think they need to make it look a little bit younger. That's all.